Tuesday, March 20th, and here's what we're buzzing about at News Beast. We got an all-star crew in here. You said you got a thing on the She-PAC.
The She-PAC.
She-PAC.
So,
okay,
yeah.
What is the She-PAC?
Well, the She-PAC is a conservative women's PAC. It's a PAC and a super PAC. They're speeding. They want
together?
to speed. They're all together.
Two great
it's a
flavors
hybrid.
together?
Yeah, it's like chocolate and vanilla, like right together. So anyway, they have, they're speeding women to office. They want conservative Republican women in office, which there aren't a whole lot of those.
Right.
So they've got a number of candidates that they're looking at, and they're looking to point out Democratic hypocrisy. That's their other big goal.
And, so,
yes.
and who are they backing so far?
So far, they've only come out for one woman. It's Mia Love, and she is
what a great name.
Yeah, really.
It's a good name, but she's
so listen
to this woman. This is like a Republican dreamboat right now. So she's black, she's Mormon, she's in an interracial marriage, and she's a Tea Partier, and she's running for a new seat in Utah. So they are so excited about her, as you might imagine.
Oh, come on. That's just, that's wow.
She's very impressive,
How about
too.
in America? That's awesome. And she's legitimately smart.
Yeah, she's legitimate.
Awesome.
She's been the mayor of a small town there. She's helped grow the business. She doesn't want to talk about contraception, but she wants to talk about job growth and, spending cuts. And
rock and roll. So you have I'm just going to give you a quick shout out for your awesome story in the new Newsweek about the Daisy ad, and you found the kid that did the Daisy ad. It's a great story, but everyone's going to have to go read it because we're going to talk about something else. Afghanistan. Sergeant Pales.
Well, if you 20 blocks down south of here was the World Trade Center, and then, some of the best people I ever knew went in there to save people, and then they died when the towers came down, and then it seemed like all the best in all of us came up after that.
That's right.
The whole country came together, everything good in us came, and one of the goodnesses that arose was this guy Bales who decided to enlist. The country was attacked, he's going to enlist. And immediately he gets betrayed by, instead of sending him after the guys that did that downtown, they sent him to Iraq again and again and again. And then finally someone says, well, what are we really doing here? Maybe we shouldn't be here. And he gets out. He goes back home to Washington, where his family's having a terrible time through all his deployments, keeping the house together. And they go on big maneuvers, big unit maneuvers, which tells them they're not going back to any place other than maybe against the Chinese or the Iranians. And all of a sudden, August, the training all changes. And then they know they're going back. And then the president says, but at least, now troops will only do 9 months, not a year. And then these guys get told, well, actually, that goes into effect in January. You guys are going in December, so you're going for a year. So he goes back over there, and he did what he did. And if you think of all the goodness that responded to that evil down there, and you think that we end up in a place where a volunteer from 9/11 ends up massacring women and kids, it's just,
But he's going to be tried here, and death penalty is a possibility, right?
Yeah, but he clearly seemed to do what he did, which makes him guilty. But we're all a little to blame for this, because we all walked around for 10 years like there wasn't a war going on. We got beautiful young kids getting blown up and killing other people, and everybody's walking around talking about contraception or,
we're not even talking about
in the
war.
campaigns, they don't even talk about it. What, retroactive abortion is okay?
Well, yeah,
no.
It's a profound point. He says he doesn't remember anything that happened, right?
I hope he doesn't.
But they're not going to pursue an insanity defense, are they?
Well, what else are they going to say, that he's not nuts?
I think that they're saying that they're not going to say that.
But he's not guilty.
You talked about the absence of real conversation about Afghanistan and Iraq in the presidential campaigns. And it's true. The other day, Romney on the Sunday shows said, he needed more information on Afghanistan. The fact that we have soldiers still fighting and dying, and the fact that it has not been a conversation that people who want to be president of the United States are willing to take a stand on.
How much more information do you need?
Well, the president himself, as decent a guy as he is, he doesn't look like he loses a lot of sleep over this. Last year was the highest rate of amputation in war in American history, and he's playing golf. Come on.
All right, let's do final word.
Final word. Gosh, coming off of that, it's really hard to... Freedom. How about freedom?
Really? You're just going to go freedom on that?
I'm going to go for freedom. You're
going to go for the Bushian irony? Okay.
Yep.
Goodness.
Tragedy. I guess, 9 years to the day after The invasion.
Can we
of
end with
Iraq?
something? Can we end with something? A little,
You're
little
not
levity.
happy?
A little levity. Why don't we make fun of Illinois? And
Oh,
end with
sure.
that?
Really?